grade mathematicians. Today we're going to look at Week 7, Lesson 1. Here is our objective for today. Today we will determine if shapes are partitioned into equal parts by describing the parts of the whole in order to understand the meaning of fractions. Let's think about what that means. So, what are we doing today? Well, the word determine means that we're going to figure out something. I see that it mentions shapes, and that makes me think of shapes that I already know. I bet you know these shapes too. The word partitioned is a bit challenging, but I notice that it has the word part at the beginning. And I also see that the objective shares that we are going to figure out if shapes are partitioned into equal parts. So I think partitioned might mean that shapes are being broken into different parts. How are we going to do this today? It says that we will be describing, which means to tell about, the parts of the whole. I guess that means we're going to be telling about the parts of the whole shapes. Okay, so why are we doing this today? I think the reason we will be doing this is to help us better understand the meaning of fractions. Let's get started. What do you notice about these shapes? Take a minute to think about it. You can share your ideas with someone near you or write your own ideas down. I hope you noticed that all of these shapes are partitioned or broken apart into equal parts. How many equal parts do you see in each shape? Again, take a minute to share your ideas or write them down. I hope you were able to see that each of these shapes are broken into equal parts. Some of them were broken into 2 equal parts, and some of them were broken into 4 equal parts. What is different about these shapes? Take a minute to think about it. You can share your ideas with someone near you or write your ideas down. Hopefully, you notice that these shapes are partitioned differently. These shapes have been broken apart, but the parts are not equal. The parts in each shape are not the same size. If these shapes were representing cookies that you are sharing, do you think they would be shared fairly or equally? For example, if 2 friends wanted to share this cookie, the 2 pieces are not equal parts, so the cookie would not be shared fairly. So what do you think about the rest of these shapes? Would they be shared fairly? If these shapes were cookies, they would not be shared fairly because the pieces of cookies would be different sizes. What do you know about halves? When shapes are partitioned into 2 equal parts, each part is called 1/2. You see in the 2 examples that they have been broken into 2 equal parts, Each part is 1/2 of the whole. The rectangle below is partitioned into 2 equal parts. One of the 2 parts is shaded in. So we would say that 1/2 of the rectangle is shaded in. Let's try it. We can complete the table below by thinking about what we know about partitioning shapes and halves. Look at the rectangle. Does the shaded part of the rectangle represent 1/2? I notice the rectangle is partitioned into 2 parts, but the parts are not equal. So the shaded part of this shape does not represent 1/2. Now it's your turn. In your packet, complete the table to apply your new learning about partitioning shapes and halves. Once you feel confident, complete the Linda and Ebony Share Everything assessment. Be sure to keep your work to share with your teacher. Great job today, mathematicians!